Hey everybody, sorry for my wet look. I just got out of the shower. While I was in the shower, I was really thinking about something, and I thought I'd make a video about it because YouTube is a place where you can post your content and you can post your thoughts, and there's no, well, I mean there's regulations, but there isn't really a form of censorship. If you want to talk, you can talk. It's sort of your platform to say whatever you need to say. When that becomes under fire, it takes away from the whole aspect of what YouTube seems to be. And for those of you that don't know where this is heading, this is about the Disney PewDiePie thing. For those of you who don't know, I want to say a month ago, 2 months ago, Felix went on to a site called Fiverr and paid these guys to make a sign that said "Kill all Jews" or "Death to all Jews" or something. And they actually did it, and they ended up getting banned from Fiverr. So he gave them $500 to sort of get back up on their feet, but then they ended up coming back onto Fiverr, and they sort of mulled over there. But what happened is people were saying that he was a racist or a Nazi or whatever. What ended up happening with that is that he had a show called Scare PewDiePie. Never seen it. I'm sure it's okay or whatever, but there was a second season supposed to come out with Jacksepticeye, and that ended up getting canceled because people think it's because he made these jokes. So Warner and Disney cut their part of the second season, which became a big thing because there were people who were a part of it. There were jobs. A lot of people ended up. There's tons of money and time that was wasted because of this. He's since put in an apology for that, which is good because it is a sensitive subject. But that opens another can of worms to me. From what I understood when starting any of this, is that YouTube is a place to say what you want to say. Saying "Death to all Jews" is definitely not a good thing. His whole argument has been context. In context, it's clearly a joke. It's a rough joke, but it's a joke. But out of context, it can be seen badly. But I don't think that's fair. Why can Louis C.K. make a joke about raping babies and PewDiePie makes a Jew joke? And it's this big hurrah. It's this big thing. And I know that they see the YouTube celebrities as much less than a normal celebrity. But for someone like me who, as far as the YouTube community goes and as far as the internet goes, I'm a nobody. But because YouTube is a platform that I can speak and say these things, I can voice my opinion. So I don't think that him making jokes should be penalized this way. And with that said, if Disney and Warner want to cut everything, that's totally their prerogative. It's their business. They can do whatever the hell they want. They own it. If they don't want to be associated with somebody like that, that's totally on them. But for, I think it was the Wall Street Journal, to then post articles like they did without contacting him at all, and then saying that he declined comment, which was just bullshit. It just wasn't true. But then they went to his house and said, do you want a platform to defend yourself? And I think that's bullshit. I think that's just a slap in the face, especially considering he has a YouTube platform to talk to more people than the Wall Street Journal would ever get to, probably. So I think this whole situation has sort of been blown up from a lot of bad reactions to stuff. Should he have made the joke? I honestly don't see why not. It might have been better to preface it a little bit better. Maybe later in the video say like, "Oh, just by the way, this is clearly a joke. I didn't think they would do it, blah, 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 blah." Which he didn't do, but it's still a joke. You don't see Chris Rock going around and saying like, "Oh yeah, that was a joke. Oh, don't take me seriously." And I just don't see why that professional courtesy isn't given to someone like Felix, who is just making jokes. It's all jokes. Now, there are people in the community who might be upset by that and find it offensive, but all these jokes can be offensive to anybody. tons of people have made these big jokes, or bad jokes, sorry, and it doesn't seem fair to cut him down just because he's the biggest and he has the biggest platform. If people didn't like those jokes, they wouldn't follow him. The people who see those videos are the people who subscribe and purposely view his videos. So I don't see why he should be cut down for that. Losing the Scare PewDiePie, sure, that's fine, because it's up to Disney. If they don't want that kind of... I honestly don't know how they ever associated with each other to begin with because of his content. But see, like, that's the thing. I know his content, and I know that those are the things that are going to happen. So I don't understand why it's now becoming this big thing. And I'm sure all the big YouTubers have made content like this that sort of has gone sideways, and he's always taken it in stride, but now it's affecting a lot more people, and it's sort of blown up. The Wall Street Journal, I think, is the fuse that sort of blew this whole thing into its obscurity of bullshit. I don't think that he shouldn't have made the joke, and I watched the videos of all the people who are closer to him. Obviously, I've never met him. I'm a nobody, right? But like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier and all them, and both of them have said he shouldn't have made the joke, or he should have expected the kind of fallout. And I think that isn't right, because he should be able to say whatever he wants. If people don't like it, then don't follow him. It's a way to... I just think it has blown up in the wrong way, and everyone seemed to be taking it the wrong way. They seem to be handling the whole thing not correctly, which has made it into this big thing. So, to summarize, I think that censorship should be thrown out of the window, because people can get offended, because then that's how comedy dies. And for me personally, I found it hilarious. I thought it was funny. So I think that what needs to be done differently is how it's handled. Would him losing the show be different? Probably not. But he shouldn't have now be ostracized in the mainstream media for being a Nazi because he made a Jew joke. It was rough, and it was a bad joke, but it was a joke. And anybody who's seen anything or knows him or blah 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 blah. Again, I have no idea. I've never met him in my life. I don't know him, but just from what I've seen and know of a human being, he isn't going to say stuff like that. And even if he was, I don't think he would put it on that forum to fear this backlash if he was serious. So as a joke, especially in or out of context, whatever, it was clearly a joke. And I think that the way that the media is now trying to skew him, it's just a clickbait bullshit. They're just trying to get the headlines to get the numbers. But it's now drawing this out into something that it doesn't need to be. So, sorry for that ranty video. If these aren't generally the kind of videos I make, I while in the shower, I was just thinking about it, and I just thought, like, there's got to be some way that I can kind of voice my thoughts. And then I thought, well, YouTube, that's obviously the place, right? So, no, I don't want to say if you like these kind of videos, like and subscribe, because these aren't really the videos I make or like making, but if you're here and you see other stuff, like my gaming stuff or my car vlogs, if you want to subscribe for that stuff, go ahead. But this video is really more for me to sort of get my thoughts out and put my 2 cents into something that kind of doesn't affect me, but I know that it affects the community that I'd like to be a part of. So that's my thoughts. So I hope you have a good day and have your thoughts heard without censorship wherever you are.